And then, so this is the top 16. And then after this, I'm going to play the winner. And they're probably asking. So these are, this is going to be a battle of the control decks. Vader versus Iden. I think I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Okay. And they're rolling. Oh, I can't see that card in Vika's hand. What card is that? Alright, looks like a Force Lightning. Alright, there we go. Now it's populating. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we'll see if that comes up later, but for now we should be fine. Vika shipping back this hand. Tower evidently is keeping this. I wasn't... Oh, shit. Alright, there we go. Okay. And it looks like Tower's gonna be starting. Right? Tower's actually shipping it back. Okay. So yeah, I think Vika is more advantaged here because this game is going to go long, and Vika seems to, like, Vader is big in that late game. He's main decking Palpatine, Vader. He's got Devastators in the sideboard, so Tower might have an edge with the Devastators not in there. Same like top end units, you know, basically Dooku and Palpatine versus Vader and Palpatine. Couple Avengers in the sideboard. So like card wise, they're, you know, fairly similar, but I think Vader being able to be a late game threat is going to ultimately give Vika the advantage here, but it'll be close either way. And we are opening with an Inferno 4 from TowerNumberNine. And Vika has double ramp cards in hand. You always love to see that. They're saying something in chat. Uh-oh. So Vika might be... So Vika's having trouble seeing some of the cards. I think usually that problem gets resolved by... Okay. So I guess he's just not going to be able to see certain cards. Luckily, we can see everything, so there won't be any issues here. We'll see what Vika resources here. I think that's not a bad call, the Force Lightning there. And on Tower's side, that's actually a really tough decision. Like, his only card playable this turn is Make an Opening, which I don't think, with Vika's plays, I don't think he's going to let that happen. So, and that's, the ability to play ramp cards is another thing that I think gives Vika an edge here, because he can get to his big threats faster than Tower can. But at the end of the day, this is a control mirror, and control mirrors can, you know, they're often very skill dependent. Things can... Things can, you know, go differently than how you expect them to. And that's a spicy tech of Vika's in hand, Force Surrender. I don't think we've seen anyone play that, if I've seen anyone play that yet. I believe he's the only one on it in the top cut. But unfortunately, it is going into the resource zone today. And just an interceptor coming out, not trying to play the super laser. I think that's smart. With no ground units to crash into it, it's not guaranteed that you'll get value, and you can do the trick of getting to Vader around earlier by ECLing it next round. You don't have to. You don't have to play it now. So just playing very patiently. Make an opening there provides a good answer. And Death Star Stormtrooper are going to be a bit of an annoyance here for Tower. Nothing you can't clear, but none that's easy to clear either. Or I guess Death Trooper, that is a pretty easy way to clear it. But with this hand, you don't really want to be playing the Death Trooper. Like, you want to be using your resources more efficiently. But Death Trooper might, oddly enough, be the most efficient way to deal with this Stormtrooper right now. On Vika's side, he looks like he drew into the second Force Surrender. Is he on just 1 or 2? Or just 2 or 3? He's on 3. Okay. And he also drew into the resupply. That's interesting. I think, like, honestly, probably resource super laser over the resupply here. Oh, interesting. Okay, he keeps it. But he is on 6. He could play the Force Surrender this turn. But okay, it looks like that's going to make it impossible. The Death Trooper coming down. Yeah. It could be like a specific like hedge on like around the Force Surrender there by Tower. Who knows? This is an open list tournament, so Tower does know that the Vika is playing that card. But I think I like the Death Trooper play. Like, obviously you want to play like the Gideon Hask, but it isn't doing much for you right now. And Ruthless Raider comes down here. I think that works. Yeah, you don't really need to get Vader out a turn early, and in fact, you probably don't want to because you want to play around Power of the Dark Side. Tower Los's 4-cost ships. He's running. Is he running? How many copies of each is he running? He is on, I think, 3 Interceptor, 3 Interceptor, 2 System Patrol, and he's got the third System Patrol in the sideboard. It looks like Vika here resourced the Force Surrender, and Tower resourcing the System Patrol. That makes sense. Let's see. So Interceptor. That's Ruthless Raider. Let's see. There's not like an easy out to Ruthless Raider here. There are like a couple of outs, but none of them look pretty. Let's see. Vader's ability here is going to be good to knock that shield off Iden if he decides to play one of these cheap units. Like, it's very easy to go, like, play Super Laser, Vader the shield off, then ECL, like, one of your, like, literally either the Short Trooper or the 5th Brother, and that takes out Iden. And oh, I guess does this do it on its own? Because the ability goes and does 1. Yeah, no, I mean this with the Vader ability does it, because that's going to be 3 damage coming in to Iden. And so the Vader can kill it. Where's the base damage coming from? Oh, it was a heal. Sorry, not damage. Which makes sense. Okay. I don't know, like, I mean, yeah, attack there, because, you know, you're going to lose your item right away. There's not an easy out to Ruthless Raider. So Invader's going to do that. Knock out the item. You just, I mean, honestly, just playing Ruthless Raider into the Ruthless Raider is probably your best line. There's not a ton of pressure on you to deal with it. Yep, and Tower sees that, or yeah, Tower sees that, and yep, make sure you get that 2 damage. So I imagine we just have Super Laser come in. If nothing else, he's powered the dark side protection. He's also Avenger protection, but Tower doesn't like Avengers, so he doesn't have it in the main. He's got it in the side, and I imagine they'll come in, but yeah. And Vika now essentially has impunity for this turn. He's going to deal 2 there. I imagine he'll play the Super Laser. Or I guess maybe you don't play the Super Laser. Maybe you play the Short Trooper. In fact, Short Trooper's probably better. Although, let's see. Maybe you do value like getting to 10 quick because your main... Or no, he's not maining Devastator. So I think it actually does make sense to go Short Trooper. Game 2, when the Devastators are presumably in, I imagine it might look different. And Vika is in, I think, a very strong position here. Tower has almost nothing established. He's on the back foot. Is Tower on Super Laser Blast? No, he's not. He's on a 1 of in the side. Said just trading Ruthless Raiders here. Gonna go ahead and deal. I imagine you deal 2 to base and 2 to Vader. Yep. Dooku here answers the Short Trooper, but there's no easy answer to that Vader. I imagine you have to be hedging around Dooku here, so you should probably attack with the Short Trooper if you're Vika. Yeah, it's big. So, and then, yeah, Tower's only on a 25 HP base. So, he is very, very close to dying here. I'm healing, gonna make it a bit further away. I think now you have some space to play a card, but I don't know. Like, I don't think you save Barrage because you know, just based on knowledge of the list, there's not much that's likely to come out that you can Barrage here. Like on this turn. So I keep going over the list. I hope it's not too annoying. And goes for the 7th sister. Looks like that is 7th, right? Not 2nd. Yep, 7th. Very interesting. Very interesting card. I think it's mainly in there because it's a force unit. It's not amazing. Dooku does come in and answer the Short Trooper, but he's not going anywhere, right? Like, you have to claim now if you're Tower, and you have to be able to answer that Vader right away. And I don't know if, let's see. Oh, he is running Palpatine. He could draw Palpatine, but he does not. Short Trooper or Cell Block Guard provides like a temporary stopgap, but I don't know. Does Tower have a way to stay in this game? He goes Cell Block Guard. She's Saboteur, right? Yeah, she's Saboteur. So she just goes in, knocks it off, and yeah. You just calling it. We are going to game 2. Vika up 1. Let's go and take a look at those lists while they're siding. See what they might bring in. If you are Tower, I imagine you'll be bringing in Avengers, probably Vanquishes also, to deal with some of the threats, although maybe not. And I imagine you bring in Super Laser Blast. I'd probably be taking out a lot of my 2-drops and smaller things because they're not going to be as relevant. Especially, I'd probably take out Death Stormtrooper because it can easily get killed by Vader's ability. If you are Vika, you definitely want those Devastators. I don't think you want anything else. And again, like, you're probably taking out your low drops. Like, I'd probably just cut the 3 first Legion Snowtrooper for the 3 Devastator. Yeah. Yeah. Forced Surrender is a very interesting card. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get to see it, but I'm excited to see it in action. Anything interesting to talk about in Tower's list? He is only on the 1 Super Laser Blast, which I think is fine. Like, I don't think it's that good, to be honest. Yeah. All right. And they're shuffling up. It is time for game 2. Vika up 1. Tower down 1 with his tournament life. Routing in the line. A handful of big units and removal. I think that's got to go back. Uh-oh. And Vika brought in Disabling Fangfighter. Right, that's interesting. I guess, what does that do for you? I guess it removes, like, Dooku's shield? I guess that's, valuable. Does Tarzan? Oh, it removes Aiden's shield also. I don't think the Tower's running any other big upgrades, right? Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Seems primarily geared towards shields. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Chat. I lied. I didn't really need to sneeze, apparently. Alright, Inferno 4, again. The opening. Keeps 1, buries 1. You always gotta wonder, how much information can you gain from how people do their Inferno 4s. And it looks like the card he kept was Ruthless Raider, which I think makes sense. And just resourcing the VPD here. Yeah, that's fine. See, 4-stroke in hand for Vika. That, I mean, Fangfighter plus 4-stroke is an out to Aiden immediately, I guess. I guess that's an interesting thing you can do. And they're just doing chip damage to each other. So the open fire here is interesting. It's a bit weird because, like, I don't know. It's like you want to be able to, like, open fire on, like, the 5th brother. So I don't know why he wasted it there. If you really wanted to avoid passing, then just do it first because, like, you know that they're gonna play around your open fire by attacking first, or at least not necessarily play around the open fire, but like dirtle by attacking. So it's small in the grand scheme of things, but, like, yeah, that was I think a bit of a suboptimal play by Tower there. He could be like taking the chance that Vika misplays by playing the fifth brother before attacking, but yeah. And also like don't be afraid to just pass. Like if you're tower, like you're honestly fine just passing there. And fifth brother makes an attack. Oop. Yeah, it is a May. Okay. I literally just misclicked there. I was just trying to like read the card, but I accidentally clicked it. Okay. Tower passing here. Yes. Okay. So he can do it. He's capable of passing. And I think you just pass back if you're Vika. Yeah. No reason to play anything. He's got a takedown. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. This is an interesting position. I think, honestly, I don't know. Takedown versus interceptors, an interesting resource there. I think takedown's probably correct. We'll see. Vika has the initiative, but not much to do. You didn't open a ramp card. And like red doesn't have like a lot of great things to play. Like in like blue, you've got like blue green, you usually have like a bunch like stuff that you want to play. Whereas like red, it's like, oh, for my 5-drop, I'm going to play Seventh Sister. She does nothing. There's swing in from the units on both sides. I imagine we'll just see Seventh Sister come down. Yep. And so now Tower can either play Interceptor or you can play Force Choke or Regional Governor or both Force Choke and Regional Governor. And he goes for the Force Choke. Let's see if he plays the Governor. I don't know what you would Governor here. Like, probably either Force Throw or Ruthless Raider. You can hide in there, yeah. And we'll see what's he gonna say. Oh, full screen the wrong application. Okay. Super laser, interesting. I guess that prevents like the trick play of getting into Vader early. That's fine, yeah. And Vika doesn't have the Raider anyway, so he's not gonna get punished. I feel like Vika has too many cards, but I'm not sure. Let's see, Force Throw is big here. You know, the Regional Governor is not really a threat. You don't need to get rid of it. I could see the Force Throw, but I think honestly you might want to just wait on it. Spends the recharge. This is weird. I think you just attack with Seventh Sister and just dirtle. Maybe you can just pass. Like open pass. 4-star here, I guess is not bad. But like you don't really get anything out of it. Like you get to kill like one of these units. Hooray. It's mostly just good for being like a 1-cost discard in this situation, I think. If you're tower, I'm honestly not sure what you do. I think, yeah, that's fine. And you probably just kill the Inferno for her. Yep. Because you don't have the super laser tech, which makes Governor useless here. Goes for power of the dark side. There, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's better than playing the Raider. I don't know what you do here if you're Vika. It looks like Vika's passing. I think that's fine. Yeah, just pass him up. There we go. And then I imagine we'll see Fang Fighter plus Force Stroke to get out this Iden. It's a bit clunky, but it does the job. I guess that's why he brought on the Fang Fighter. Force Stroke is an interesting card. I don't think it's in my Vader list at the moment because I don't. It's like giving up that one card is actually a lot sometimes. Yeah. Like, I think it's good overall, but sometimes it just it ends up not helping you as much as you would think it would. Vika resourcing OB over Fang Fighter feels like peak Vika. Yep, that's so true. Vika has his little ways of playing that make sense to him, and they usually end up doing well. Yeah, the Fang Fighter actually did work here. Although that Force Stroke did draw Tower into the sub block guard, which is another threat that you gotta worry about. Vader here, just gonna eat that sub block guard though. And from this position, like on 7, you can actually start taking over the game. And so yeah, we can play Short Trooper plus DST. Here, you can't play the Super Laser because of the Regional Governor. Shuffle them up. That's like one interesting thing about Vader is that you can build him to pull out 3-drops, or you can build him to pull out 1s and 2s. Like for a while, I was playing like this. I mean, this is before like we had the whole set, but I was playing like TIE Fighters in my Boba deck, just purely as like a way to increase the options of Vader. Ruthless Raider comes out, just gonna eliminate that Fang Fighter right off the map. And then I imagine you just see the big Vader deployed. And I think he's just going to start taking over this board. Let's see. Tower is a Dooku, which can kill the Vader unit, the non-leader one. I think you eliminate the Regional Governor here. But Tower's in a rough spot. It's gonna take a lot to come back. He is running Palpatines of his own, so you could draw into Palpatine, but then Vika has a Palpatine right back. It's escalation dominance, and he does draw into the Palpatine. Speak of the devil, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Like, I don't know if Palpatine is even better than Dooku here. Maybe it is by a little bit. So I think you go 4 there, and then probably 1 each to others, and then you use Target Tone to clear Short Trooper. Looks like his plan is. Yep. And so you just Palpatine back, kill the Palpatine. But I don't think you do that yet. I think you attack with Short Trooper first because you are concerned about Target Town. And that Palpatine's not an immediate threat with no resources up. I think it's a slight misplay if Vika goes for the Palpatine here. Yeah. Not a huge one, but it's gonna cause some 4 damage, probably. I think it's just gotta be Palpatine, right? Like, you don't care about the Raider? Did he just post in chat? Nope, he said thinking, sorry. All right. Wasn't quite the trademark Vika. Yep, just gotta be Palpatine. And yep, Target Town. And now Vika sees the error of his ways. Not sure if that was right or wrong, huh? Yep. I am sure it was wrong. But I think Vika's in like a decent enough position they might just win anyway. Oh, this Raider, if left uncontested, can do some work. Like 2 more attacks and that's game. But it has to survive this round, and it's not going to, I don't think. Or, yeah, no, it's not going to. And let's see, 11 damage here. Puts him at 24. It's not quite enough to win the game here for Vika. Tower does have a shot if he plays this right. Let's see, if Vika has the initiative, as long as Vika ends turn with initiative here, he should win. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like as long as he removes the Raider, he can also just remove the Raider with Force Throw. Okay, so the fact that he didn't do it right away is risky. It might be a misplay. Because the way that Tower wins is he gets an attack here and he gets a second attack, or he gets the attack here, you kill it and he gets the death damage, and then he draws this another one. Like, those are Tower's pathways to victory here. And letting the attack through allows that to happen. He didn't have to. Like, he had the Force Throw. He could, like, easily do it. And yeah, you do that. Or as wait, no, Force Throw, unless you did Devastator, wouldn't actually get there. But so yes, there's that. But like, I mean, just Force Throw Devastator, right? You don't. Yeah, it has to be attack and then Force Throw if Tower claims. Yeah. So I mean, if you're Tower, you claim here. What's he saying? Oh, good. Just wanted to check and see if he played another Raider. If you could kill your own. Oh, wait. What's he saying? Deal 2 damage. Yeah, it's an enemy unit. You can't Raider your own Raider. Yeah. But it doesn't really matter because the Raider attack itself is lethal. So like Tower's in It's Tower's action. Or no, Tower took the initiative. Okay. So force throw ends it now. Force throw does not quite end it now. You could draw into the second one, the second raider. But likely it does. In the moment of truth, are we going to see a game 3? If Tower draws this, Raider. It has to be exactly Raider to win the game. I don't think there's anything else that gets him there. And he's waiting. And he did not draw the Raider. So Vika is going to take this 1 and 2. Congratulations to Vika.